Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and before we get started, please leave the video a like, and please hit the big red subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications if you have not yet already. We're almost to 19K. Can we hit it by the end of the year? Hopefully so please hit the subscribe button before we get started. Alright, today we're going to be doing the post-impeachment House prediction. We're going to be doing the House prediction after Democrats decided it would be a good idea to impeach Trump over something very heavily partisan. It's very clear to a lot of people in the center that really Trump didn't do anything wrong, and a lot of Trump voters are very upset with the fact that Democrats, some of them they may have voted for in the midterms, have elected to go against their wishes and try to overthrow the sitting president. Little do they know it's going nowhere. It is not going to work in the Senate, and eventually it is going to help Trump win in the 2020 election. So before we get started here, let's just look at this map, and they already have Democrats at 222 electoral votes. How convenient. Oh, not electoral votes, but House seats. And Republicans just at 192, but Democrats have very little room for error. I think there's only one seat that's a guaranteed flip, and that is in Texas 23rd. With Will Hurd is retiring, and it should flip blue unless Republicans run a very good candidate or Trump has a very good year, or both. So we'll get started here. We'll go seat by seat. Now, some of these seats in Trump districts that elected Democrats will probably stay Democrat. I don't think Tom O'Halloran is necessarily going to lose his seat just because it is a Trump district. Arizona is a state that is trending a little bit to the Democrat. The district might vote for the Democrat this time around. I don't see that happening just yet. But we can easily look through this and eventually find some seats where I do believe that Republicans will have no problem flipping. Georgia 6 will be the first flip down the list. Lucy McBath in a seat Trump won. She narrowly won after Republicans won the special election there with Karen Handel. I believe Republicans will flip that seat. I believe that Rob Woodall's seat, Trump won the seat by 7. I think it will go for the Republican, and every seat in Iowa, I believe now will flip, especially Iowa 2 and Iowa 3. It's possible Democrats could pull off a victory in Iowa 1, but Republicans are going to hold Democrats accountable. This energized the Trump's base. They shot themselves in the foot. Illinois 13, that's going to go red. Illinois 14 is going to go red. You have a very patriotic, fairly attractive Latina woman that is running for that seat. She's probably easily going to be able to win it. Kansas 3rd will stay in the Dem column very narrowly just because of trends. But interestingly enough, Maine's 2nd district is a district where the guy opposed impeachment. But he did oppose the impeachment inquiry, but he voted for the article. So I do believe Jared Golden, even if he voted against impeachment, I still think that the seat would be a Republican gain based on the midterm trends and how well Trump did in the district in 2016, and I believe he will do well again. Michigan 8 and 11 districts, these are going to flip. Michigan 8th, we do have somebody, I believe Mike Bishop, he will run against Alyssa Slotkin, who is a complete and total turncoat, saying, oh, we're not going to impeach. Oh, we're going to vote against Pelosi. What did she do? She voted for Pelosi for the speakership, and she voted to impeach. So she's done. Haley Stevens is a downright nut job. I'm not exactly sure why she won in the first place. Michigan with trends. Minnesota with trends. I believe Angela Craig is going to lose in Minnesota's 2nd. I believe that she will lose that seat. And I believe Colin Peterson either will retire or, well, a Republican could narrowly win based off the trends of the state alone. It's going to be very close. You would expect a Republican to win big in this district, but Colin Peterson voted against impeachment. But we're not even sure if he's going to retire or not. So that's how we would see it for now. North Carolina 2nd, North Carolina 6th. He's probably go Dem just because of redistricting in the area. So I do believe that redistricting would flip a couple of Republican seats to the Democrat column. But I think New Hampshire, you have a very good candidate in New Hampshire's 1st district, I believe, that will flip this seat. I believe his name is Edwards. He will flip the seat back red. New Jersey, I could see Malinowski lose. He's got a strong candidate, even though it's a Clinton district. New Jersey trended red in the midterms, so it's very possible. I think Republicans are going to win that seat. Torres Small voted for impeachment. Everybody knows she's done. New Mexico, Trump's actually making a run for New Mexico. Whether you think that's a good idea or not, I'll leave it up to you. Possibly New Jersey 11 could flip. Trump did win the district, but the Democrat won very well in the midterms, and same thing with New Jersey 5th. These are both districts that could flip potentially in the future for Republicans, but it's not going to happen this time around. But Susie Lee, Danny Tarkanian has got to be out for revenge. He lost He lost his House seat in 2016 while Trump won the district. He lost it in 2018. He's going to be back in 2020. Susie Lee is going to be kicked to the curb in a Trump district in Nevada. Trump's going to campaign for Nevada. He's going to win Nevada this time around. People are just underestimating it. They have state officers in the midterms that went Republican. It's not like the state's gone. It's actually voted to the right of the country in the midterms. So if Trump comes close to winning the popular vote, he should win the state of Nevada. Max Rose, unfortunately, our favorite candidate for Congress in 2020, Joey Salads, has dropped out, but you still have a very good candidate, a local DA that will go up against Max Rose, Joe Caldera, and I think he's actually going to go out there and beat Max Rose. It is a Trump district. Max Rose supporting impeachment in Staten Island, and it's not going to play out too well for the guy, so I do believe that Trump is going to win that district big, and I think that the Republican is going to win that district big. Same thing with Brindisi and Antonio Delgado, basically what you would call flukes, and especially New York 22nd. I do believe that the Republicans are going to win those two seats. New York 22nd, Clinton won, but actually it's projected to go to the Republican. We'll leave that in the Republican column. Kendra Horn, she knows she's dead on arrival in Oklahoma. That seat is going Republican, we're pretty sure. Oregon's fourth. Depending on trends, this one actually might flip if it was an open seat, which is interesting because Republicans have one district in Oregon. Democrats always complain about gerrymandering this, gerrymandering that, and they're right to a certain degree, but don't act like Democrats don't gerrymander because both sides do it, and everybody knows it. Fitzpatrick survived the midterm. One would assume that Fitzpatrick is going to win in Pennsylvania's 1st district. Pennsylvania's 8th district, Matthew Cartwright. Trump won that district by 10 points. That one is going to be a flip. You don't vote for impeachment in a Trump plus 10 district and expect to win. Connor Lamb's seat is going to be close. I still will think he'll win it based on his voting record. I think he's going to be able to win it narrowly while Trump wins the district because this is not the district that he won in the special election. It is a district that is overlapping with other districts in more of the Pittsburgh area. I think this one will stay blue. Just for the cycle. South Carolina's 1st district, that's going to be an easy flip for Republicans. Even if Joe Cunningham voted against the impeachment, I still think that one would stay in that column. But as we look down here, it looks like Will Hurd's seat, I do believe it will flip. Pete Olson's, that'll be a hold. All the other seats in Texas are probably going to be a hold for this election cycle. Maybe if Democrats have a blue wave in 2022, they'll flip it. Colin Allred's seat, even though Hillary won it, you have a great Republican running there, Wesley Hunt. I call him the Texas John James because he was an Army vet. I believe he's a businessman as well, and now he is running for the seat, and I think he's going to win it with crossover appeal. Ben McAdams is going to lose to former NFL star Burgess Owens, who is running for Congress in Utah. I believe he will win that seat fairly easily. Virginia, based off trends, will leave that seat in the Democrat column. Virginia's 7th, though, I think that will flip back. Virginia 10th, I do not believe it will. As for Ron Kine's seat, he won it by 20. Trump won it. It should narrowly, I think, if Republicans field a good candidate, it could be close, but just the legacy Democrat vote, the Democrats for Trump in the driftless area of Wisconsin, I think that'll make it stay in the Democrat column just barely. Just by tooth and nail, just by the skin of it all. And it's possible that Republicans do better than this, by the way. I'm not capping them off at 222. You got to be foolish, too. Republicans got to be energized. This impeachment is a big backfire for Democrats. They just don't know it yet, but they will. They'll really start to wake up when they start to see the generic ballot as we get closer to Election Day tighten and Republicans take back the House, and they will whine and bitch and moan about why we need to abolish the House as we know it, as well as the Senate and the presidency, because if you can't win something, just abolish it, especially if Trump wins the popular vote. Just imagine all the Democrats are just going to be sitting there talking about, we need to abolish the presidency, we need anarcho-communism, even though that's somehow a thing, despite it being a total and complete oxymoron, just because we hate Trump more than we love America, and that's a problem, and that's exactly what we saw. Trump at the rally in Battle Creek, Michigan, talked about how it just doesn't even feel like impeachment, how he sees it as a victory. Trump is not a stupid guy. He might say foolish things at times, in your opinion, but he's not dumb. He knows that the impeachment thing is like giving the Democrats something while giving them exactly nothing at all. And at the end, he just played 4D chess again, and he's going to win when it's all said and done. He's going to take back the House with an America First Congress for a change, and that will be huge as he leads and continues the march to make America great and to keep it great. So thanks everybody for watching. Please like the video, please comment down below, and please hit the big red subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media, donate to the Patreon, join the Discord, links in description. But thanks everybody for watching, guys. Red Eagle, out.